Hello, today I read from the book of 2 Samuel, the chapter 16. In chapter 15 it was about Absalom's conspiracy, and David was afraid of him, and David was running away from his son, even if he was the emperor. And now let's see what's happening next. When David had gone a short distance beyond the summit, there was Ziba, the steward of Mephibosheth, waiting to meet him. He had a string of donkeys saddled and loaded with 200 loaves of bread, 100 cakes of raisins, 100 cakes of figs, 100 cakes of figs, and a skin of wine. The king asked Ziba, "Why have you brought this?" Ziba answered, "The donkeys are for the king's household to ride on, the bread and the fruit are for the men to eat, and the wine is to refresh those who become exhausted in the desert." The king then asked, "Where is your master's grandson?" Ziba said to him, "He is staying in Jerusalem because he thinks, 'Today the house of Israel will give me back my grandfather's kingdom.'" Then the king said to Ziba, "All that belonged to Mephibosheth is now yours." "I humbly bow," Ziba said. "May I find favor in your eyes, my lord king?" The king. Was it true? Mephibosheth, should he do that? I don't know. Or is he lying? As King David approached Bahurim, a man from the same clan as Saul's family came out from there. His name was Shimei. Son of Gera. And he cursed, and he came out. He pelted David and all the king's officials with stones, though all the troops and the special guard were on David's right and left. As he cursed, Shimei said, get out, you man of blood, you scoundrel! The Lord has repaid you for all the blood you shed in the household of Saul, in whose place you have reigned." Another son of Saul, from Saul clan, remained, and no one knew about him, or I don't know. "The Lord has handed the kingdom over to your son Absalom. You have come to ruin because you are a man of blood." Then Abishai, son of Zeruiah, said to the king, "Why should this dead dog curse my lord the king? Let me go over and cut off his head." But the king said, "What do you and I have in common, you sons of Zeruiah? If he is cursing because the Lord said to him, 'Curse David,' who can ask, 'Why did you do this?'" Why, David always kept to the house of Saul kept that kind of respect. David then said to Abishai and all his officials, "My son, who is of my own flesh, is trying to take my life. How much more than the Benjamite? Leave him alone, let him curse, for the Lord has told him to. It may be that the Lord will see my distress and repay me with a good for the cursing I am receiving today." So David and his men continued along the road while Shimei was going along the hillside opposite him, cursing as he went and throwing stones at him and showering him with dirt. The king and all the people with him arrived at their destination exhausted, and there he refreshed himself. Meanwhile, David was very, let him curse me. If my son is trying to kill me, why not him, the Benjamin? And he was from the clan of Saul. Meanwhile, Absalom and all the men of Israel came to Jerusalem, and Ahitofel was with him. Then Hushai the Archite, David's friend, went to Absalom and said to him, "Long live the king, long live the king!" Absalom asked Hushai, "Is this the love you show your friend? Why didn't you go with your friend?" Hushai said to Absalom, "No, the one chosen by the Lord, by these people, and by all the men of Israel, his I will be, and I will remain with him. Furthermore, whom should I serve? Should I not serve the son? Just as I served your father, so I will serve you." Absalom said to Ahithophel, "Give us your advice. What should we do?" Ahithophel answered, "Lie with your father's concubines, whom he left to take care of the palace." Wow. Ahithophel was like the Satan there. He was a wise man, and it's very... sometimes you can be, can be scared. Ahithophel was very good in what he was doing. He was a counselor of the king. He knew how to, he knew about politics so much, so more. The title of the last chapter in English was Absalom, a good politician. But he was good because he chose Ahithophel too in his moves. Not all his moves maybe were by advices by Ahithophel, but Ahithophel was a very important person. Whom he left to take care of the palace. "Then all Israel will hear that you have made yourself a stench in your father's nostrils, and the hands of everyone with you will be strengthened." So they pitched a tent for Absalom on the roof, and he lay with his father's concubines in the sight of all Israel. Wow. Now in those days, the advice Ahithophel gave was like that of one who inquires of God. Wow. His plans were 100% almost, 100% successful. Something like that. That was how both David and Absalom regarded all of Ahithophel's advice. Wow. It was like when Daniel was in the court of the kings, and one king and another king and another king, 3 or 4 kings, and he was there as an advisor. Ahitofel was an advisor too. Yeah, not in that big empire, but it doesn't matter how big the empire is, but how strong are, how accurate are their plans, and yeah. Okay, that was the chapter. In all the world, you can find people that are very good at where they are. I mean, Job was a general of army. He was very good there. In his time, I mean, now he's running away with David, I think. But still, and maybe he's old. I mean, all of them are old. But still, maybe not that old, but not that another generations came. Still, it doesn't matter. I mean, they are old and they are smarter, but Ahitofel was with Absalom here, and yeah, okay. Now in those days, the advice Ahithophel gave was like that of one who inquires of God. Wow, it's like asking God, God, what should I do? Ahithophel was very wise. But I don't know why he was against David. I don't understand. Okay, that was the chapter. May the God bless me, protect me, and delight me in the next chapter too. And if you want, you will see me there too. God bless you all, and goodbye.